Hi everyone and welcome back, or if you're new, welcome! I'm Maries and I make videos about lace making, Japanese fashion and historical costumes. So now that the intro is done, I have to confess that today's video is something completely different. But I guess we can file traditional Austrian headwear under historical costumes maybe? Because this video is all about making a Mädchenband. This is the girls' version or smaller version of a Goldhaube. Wikipedia defines Goldhauben as the umbrella term for various women's caps belonging to traditional costumes in southern Germany and Austria. They were worn by women in the cities from the 17th century onward, and later in the countryside as well. They are characterized by woven silk and gold threads, gold and sequin embroidery, and embellishments. Okay, enough talk, let's get into the making of. Like many of my sewing adventures, this one started way too early on a Tuesday morning. I was at the Vienna train station at around 6 a.m. It was cold and windy and I hadn't had my tea yet, but at least it wasn't raining. I took the train to Linz, then a bus to the outskirts of Linz. From there I had to hike the last bit of the way on foot. The class was held in a nunnery, which was such a peaceful and quiet place, and I stayed the night there as well. The rooms were very simple but had everything I needed: a bed, a shower and a little bathroom. And now that I brought towels with me, I had forgotten the last time, I got towels, but no shower gel. Guess who did not bring any shower gel? Yep, me. Classes began at 9 a.m. and I was given a woven gold band made from real gold thread. Yep, everything in this project is either real gold or gold plated. You can probably already guess where this is going. Feel free to drop your guesses for how much this all cost in the comments. The gold band, which is the base of the headpiece, was lined with silk. I thought that was a bit of a waste since it's not visible from the outside, but that's just how it's traditionally done, I guess. I pinned the silk in place and then stitched it on carefully, trying to keep my stitches tiny and neat so they wouldn't show through. Next step, stretching the band into my embroidery frame. It's a super cheap one I bought on AliExpress years ago, but it still works surprisingly well. Though honestly, I should probably sand it soon, it's still a bit rough in places. Once the band was secure, I got to choose my embroidery motif. I went with a floral design, but it was a really hard pick. All the options were lovely. I didn't want to draw my own motif because I know myself. I'd mess it up and be mad about it forever. So I traced the floral design onto the silk paper, cut it and sewed it onto the gold band. I wasn't 100% sure I had it centered perfectly, and in the end it was a tiny bit off, but really you can't tell unless you're measuring my forehead. So please don't. Then came the materials. I used 1.5mm gold beads, 3 sizes of gold sequins and gilded foil pieces. All super shiny, all very tiny, all very expensive. I started with the 4mm gold sequins and then added gold cord to fill out the design. We had a short break for lunch with good food and then back to stitching. And then hours of embroidery, just hours and hours and hours. I kept going until it was time for dinner, and even after everyone else had left, I was still sitting there stitching away until 10 p.m. By that point, I had finished all the embroidery in one day. I don't recommend that unless you're stubborn like me. I went to bed around 11 and got up again at 8 the next morning. And that's when the real pain started, removing the silk paper from the embroidery. You have to carefully pull it out from under all the tiny stitches using tweezers, and it takes forever. I'm prone to tendonitis, so I had to take breaks every 10 minutes, stretch my hands and do little exercises, but that definitely helped. Once that was done, I moved on to the velvet band. It's sewn onto the back and it's there so you can slide a headband through and actually wear the piece. I originally just stitched it on quickly, but that was a mistake. When I tried to slide the headband in, the velvet started popping out in some places, so I had to go back and sew over the whole velvet strip again to keep it stable. Lesson learned! To give the band more structure, I also sewed in a wire along the back with an overcast stitch. It's a bit fiddly, but necessary. On one side I also added a strip of golden bobbin lace, completely with sequins, because why not be extra? Lastly, I pinned the outer lining onto the insides of the bands and sewed it in place. Sorry in advance for the slightly blurry shots during that part. My camera was on my lap while I sewed and I was not happy about it. And here am I, just stitching away in 400% speed. Once the lining was done, I pushed the headband through, popped it on my head, and it looked wonderful! I really love how it turned out. It's shiny, elegant, and surprisingly wearable. So that's it, my very first Mädchenband. I had such a good time making it, even with the sore hands and late night embroidery marathon. Let me know what you think in the comments and feel free to guess how much this whole project cost me. Real gold isn't cheap, I'll just say that. Plus, maybe you can also guess the hours I worked on it. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, if you like content like this, slightly chaotic craft projects with historical flair, don't forget to like and subscribe. And see you again next time. Bye bye!